Kia ora and welcome to Extra Time for this week. Piri, the playoff pitch is a lot clearer now, isn't it? We've got our top four confirmed.
Yep.
Now it's all about how 8 goes into 4 with that second 4 teams.
Yeah, well, obviously there's probably about 6 teams that are trying to cement their last place.
Yeah.
Their last places in the top 8. And, we've got a couple of teams that are going to try and push as hard as they can, Chiefs and the Highlanders. But, it's coming down to the wire now.
It's coming down to the crunch, and kicked off on Friday night with Highlanders against Blues. Highlanders did need a win. They came away with a draw, which still keeps them in the hunt. But we're going to check out this try here. This is long build-up for this one, wasn't it?
Yeah, I guess, the interplay between the players here, and not only that, having the knowledge to shift the ball.
Yeah.
Most coaches will probably tell you to pass that and don't shovel, rubbish like that. But, taking it into a breakdown and just sort of holding the defence in a little bit more, and then being able to see the space which is on the outside. And, anyone would have thought there was a 10 that kicked it.
Yeah, that was Tompkinson.
Exactly.
Showing his skills, eh?
Well, I guess, being in a key position like that, you've got to be able to have a good skill set like that. And for Tompkins to sort of do that and put it basically there so that Saki can score maybe his last meat pie.
Potentially at Forsyth Bar. And I don't think anyone likes scoring tries at Forsyth Bar more than Wires, eh? He loves dotting down there.
Loves it.
And mate, looking at game 2 from the New Zealand teams, it was Blues, very disappointing. Came up short against the Reds, and they were looking good though at times, weren't they, in that game, particularly this moment here with your old mate Mark.
I just guess sort of seeing the space on the outside and being able to hold the ball in 2 hands, the old triple threat.
Yeah.
Still showing a bit of speed there, old bro. And obviously, Augie's backing up on the inside like most halfbacks do when they run the right lines and being able to dot down.
Mar just keeps impressing, doesn't he? He still keeps his name in the conversation for the APs.
Everyone's going to keep chipping away at it, for sure. But it was a tough one. They started really well. And just didn't quite manage to place on the forehand.
But Reds are a decent team. Mate, and on to the Crusaders now. 66-0, they trounced the Rebels. You called it last week. You don't want to face them coming up for loss, mate.
Not like that when you expect them to, at least do the business, but then front up the week before and
and then you're going to pay the next week.
The poor Rebels.
Yeah, they copped it, didn't they? And 2 hat-tricks from the Crusaders. Sevu Reece, who takes his tally to 13, and then Braden Ennor with 3. But we're going to check out Braden Ennor's try, which was an absolute ripper.
The cross kick, obviously being able to see that, there's space there, but when you latch onto something like that and you're able to pluck it, I probably would have dropped that. I would have actually. He's tall, I'm short, so I probably would have got the bloody whack just there. But just having the skill set to be able to pull that back in and then finish well. Had 2 more defenders to beat, and I was able to beat one with a step and fend with the other one. So it was good try at the end.
Now Sevu Reece, Bridge, Ennor, they're all in the conversation with the OBs. I doubt all 3 of them are going to make it. Maybe, who knows? But who's your pick out of those 3?
Oh, that's a tough one.
That is a tough question, all right?
Just on form, I'd probably just one person who's a great finisher is Reece.
Reece, yeah.
But you can't not have the other 2 as well.
Yeah.
They're all 3 of them putting their hands up. So it's a bit of a headache for the selectors.
Glad I'm not a selector with that one to answer. That's
exactly, especially in the big year this year too.
Yeah, but great problem to have. Over to the Canes, Lions in Johannesburg, and they won pretty comfortably in the end and set the tone early on with this try from set piece.
Yeah, well, obviously they would have practiced that at training, seen what the defenders were doing around that area there in the transition zone area, and good little pass, short ball and good line from Ngani to latch onto and then the step with the gas. He's been playing outstanding.
Is it a ripper? It's his 11th try for the season, so he's second behind Reece, 13.
Exactly. Well, we've talked about 12s. He's definitely in form and pushing for his opportunity to go into World Cup. Hopefully gets the nod, but it's a bit of a dilemma for the coach.
Well, like you say, a dilemma, right? Because then you chuck Anton Leonard-Brown into the mix,
exactly.
And Nonu. Got Goodhue in the midfield. It's a tricky one. Ryan Crotty played his 150th, scored a try. Yeah,
Mr.
I don't want to be a
Reliable.
selector.
Exactly.
I don't want to be a selector. Hey, we're going to finish off now by having a look at the Jaguares. We normally just profile New Zealand teams, but we thought the Jaguares are worth a look now. They've been on a hell of a run, haven't they?
Oh, they've been, under the radar. They've been playing entertaining rugby, and the improvement from when they first started playing in the comp to where they are now. I mean, last year they were in the playoffs. Yeah, and then this year, they're definitely contenders.
The top of the conference, yeah.
And I mean, when they've got movement like that and individuals that can, create something out of nothing, obviously they're pushing to go all the way to the finals, and hopefully they, get there and do the job.
Yeah, and they've got the Sunwolves this week, so if they take out the Sunwolves, they'll top the African Conference. They've got home quarter, home semi, potentially a home final, depending on what happens, and they're going to be very hard to beat in Buenos Aires.
Well, I'd say very, very rowdy, atmosphere there. Yeah. But you can see that they're always passionate supporters for their home team, whether it's football, basketball, and also rugby. So, yeah, it's going to be a tough one if teams have to go there and, do the job.
And it's all set up for a pretty exciting weekend. Watch this week and find out.